Key Review 7, Interpersonal Communication Fundamentals. What's the difference between interpersonal and impersonal communication? Interpersonal communication occurs when two people interact simultaneously and mutually influence each other as unique individuals, often to manage a relationship. An example is you and a classmate deeply discuss stress and collaborate on a study plan tailored to each other's individual needs and personalities. Impersonal communication is characterized by responding to someone's role or task rather than acknowledging their unique identity. An example is asking a lab monitor you don't know, "Where's the stapler?" with the conversation ending there, focusing solely on the objective needed. A key difference is that interpersonal communication recognizes that the person is unique, whereas impersonal communication treats the person as a role. How do we differentiate factors of interpersonal attraction, including similarity, physical attraction, sexual attraction, proximity, and complementary attraction? Similarity is attraction to individuals with shared values, interests, and backgrounds, leading to easy rapport and connection. For example, two hikers passionate about sustainability, forming an instant bond. Physical attraction is the draw towards someone based on their outward appearance, including their style, smile, and overall visual appeal, sparking initial interest. Sexual attraction is a distinct desire for sexual intimacy with another person, separate from their personality or physical appearance. Proximity is increased contact and opportunity for interaction due to physical or mediated closeness, such as bonding with a neighbor in a residence hall or a teammate in a group chat. The complementarity in interpersonal attraction is when one person's strengths and needs effectively balance those of another, forming a strong and cohesive unit. For example, a detail-oriented person working on a big picture thinker. So to differentiate factors of interpersonal attraction, we have similarity, physical attraction, sexual attraction, proximity, and complementarity. How do we identify communication strategies that reduce uncertainty? We have passive, which is observation, active, which is asking others, and interactive, which is asking directly. In passive, we're observing. We gather information about others by watching them interact without directly engaging. An example is watching how a new teammate contributes before assigning tasks. In the active strategy, we're asking others. We seek information about a person from third parties or by manipulating the environment. For example, asking the TA, "How does Jordan like to receive feedback?" In the third strategy, it's interactive or asking directly. We reduce uncertainty by directly communicating with the person in question. For example, "Hey Jordan, what's your preferred way to split this work?" So to review, we have passive, which is observation, active, which is asking others, and interactive, which is asking the person directly. What's the role of reciprocity and appropriateness in self-disclosure? Reciprocity is self-disclosure that should be balanced, with both parties sharing information of similar depth and risk. This mutual exchange fosters trust and strengthens the relationship. For example, you share a personal challenge. They respond with a similar level of vulnerability, creating an equitable exchange. With appropriateness, we consider what and how much you disclose based on the relationship stage and the context. Disclosing too much too soon can be detrimental to developing the relationship. For example, revealing your deepest family history at our first casual meeting is often inappropriate and can make others uncomfortable. So to review, reciprocity is different from appropriateness in that we have a balanced approach with consideration to depth and risk for reciprocity, and we consider appropriateness or how much we should disclose in a given relationship stage based on context. What is breadth and depth, and how does it best describe the social penetration model? Breadth is the number of topics displayed within a relationship. For example, classes, hobbies, family. Depth is the personalness of information shared on each topic, from surface facts to private feelings and experiences. So, how does intimacy develop according to the social penetration model? In the early stages, communication is narrow with just a few topics and shallow with low personalization. As trust grows, partners expand breadth, are more topics, and increase depth. The social penetration model is often referred to as an onion theory, and it describes how relationships develop through gradual self disclosure, moving from superficial to intimate levels. Breadth is best characterized by the number of topics, and depth is the personalization and the deeper disclosure that involves more private feelings and experiences. What are the four quadrants of the Johari window? We have open, blind, hidden, and unknown. First is open, which is known to self and others. This quadrant includes information about yourself that both you and others are aware of. It represents shared knowledge and readily available information. For example, I'm a biology major, a fact both you and your teammates already know. Blind is known to others but not self. This area contains things about you that others perceive, but you are not aware of. This can include habits, mannerisms, or traits you inadvertently display. For example, others might notice you frequently interrupt, but you remain unaware until somebody provides feedback. Hidden is known to self but not to others. This quadrant holds information that you know about yourself but choose not to reveal to others. It includes private feelings, secrets, or past experiences. For example, you experience significant anxiety about public speaking, but have never shared this with anyone. And finally, unknown. This is what's unknown to both self and others. This area represents aspects of yourself that are unknown to both you and others. These might be undiscovered talents, deep-seated feelings, or personal reactions to new situations. For example, you discover you're exceptionally skilled at crisis management only after leading a challenging project meeting and excelling. So the four quadrants of the Johari window are open, are known to self, blind, are known to others but not to self, hidden, known to self but not others, and unknown, unknown to both self and others. So how can we use the Johari window to communicate better? We can use appropriate self-disclosure, feedback, and new experiences through the lens of the Johari window. Appropriate self-disclosure. By sharing information, the hidden quadrant shrinks and the open quadrant enlarges, fostering mutual understanding. Receiving feedback from others helps shrink the blind quadrant, bringing previously unknown aspects of self into awareness. New experiences. Engaging in novel situations can reveal parts of the unknown quadrant, uncovering untapped potential and hidden talents. So to review, we have appropriate self-disclosure, feedback, and new experiences, each revealing different parts of quadrants of the Johari window. So the four quadrants of the Johari window are open, blind, hidden, and unknown.